Yeah. Mr. Um, what is your name? Ankush. Please read this one.
Yes, sir.
Please read. Ankush Taneja.
A senior
Please read.
manager in Indian, yes, sir. A senior
Please.
manager in Indian banks typically possess a range of qualities and skills that are essential for effectively leading teams and driving organizational success. Here are some key qualities. First, leadership. Strong leadership skills are crucial for senior managers in Indian banks. They should be able to inspire and motivate their teams, set clear objectives, and provide guidance in achieving organizational goals. Second, financial acumen. A deep understanding of financial principles, banking operations, and regulatory frameworks is essential. Senior managers should be adept at financial analysis, risk management, and decision making to ensure the financial health and stability of the bank. Third, strategic thinking. Senior managers need to have a strategic mindset to anticipate market trends, identify opportunities, and formulate effective business strategies. They should be able to align the bank's objective with long-term goals and adapt strategies to changing economic conditions. Fourth, communication skill. Effective communication is key for senior managers to convey goals, strategies, and expectations clearly to their teams. They should also be capable of communicating with stakeholders, regulators, and external partners. Fifth, problem solving abilities. Banks face complex challenges, including regulatory changes, economic fluctuation, and technological advancements. Senior managers should be skilled problem solvers who can address issues promptly and implement solutions effectively. Six, relationship management. Building and maintaining relationships with client, stakeholders, and regulatory authorities is crucial. Senior managers should possess strong interpersonal skills to foster trust and collaboration. 7. Ethical integrity. Integrity and ethical behavior are fundamental in banking. Senior managers must uphold high ethical standards, ensuring compliance with regulations and fostering a culture of integrity within the organization. 8. Adaptability and resilience. The banking sector is dynamic and subject to rapid changes. Senior managers should be adaptable to change and resilient in the face of challenges, guiding their teams through transition effectively. Ninth, team development. Developing talent within the organization is important for succession planning and maintaining a skilled workforce. Senior managers should mentor and develop their teams, promoting a culture of continuous learning and professional growth. 10th, innovative thinking. Embracing innovation in banking services, process, and technologies is increasingly important. Senior managers should encourage innovation within their teams and be open to implementing new ideas to improve efficiency and customer experience. These qualities collectively contribute to the effectiveness of senior managers in Indian banks, enabling them to navigate challenges, drive growth, and maintain the trust and confidence of stakeholders.
Good. This much is required for that. Now, actually, mm, this may not be very much required for you people who are going for PNB in the credit officer interest question, interview question compilation. I have added some new questions which were asked in, say, Bank of Maharashtra, Central Bank of India, and other banks scale 2 and 3 level interviews. Now, this may not be required for you. Is there anybody who is appearing for scale 2 here apart from Rashid? Rashid, phone is not all right. Rashid, the internet is not all right.
Yes, sir. I'm audible to you, sir.
अभी
Sir,
ठीक
am
हो
I
गया?
audible to you?
Yeah, ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Rashid,
Okay,
now
sir.
please tell us why you are looking to leave your current organization.
Sir, just because of the a better opportunity, as I'm working in a private sector bank from the last 10 years. So I just want to upgrade my skills in government bank. And by doing work in a private sector bank, in the branch banking, I am managing liability, majorly a liability part. So I just want to switch my career to gain more experience in credit profile so that I can learn more and explore more.
Good, that is okay. Then why have you not passed CAAB yet? Have you passed?
No, sir, I
CIB.
have not cleared my CIB examination till now, but post completing my this job, after getting my selection in the Bank of Maharashtra Credit Officer Skill 3, I will definitely go for the CIB examination.
Yeah, this is a very tough question. What is different between Krilk and Sibyl? Do you know that? Krilk and
Um,
Sibyl.
Sir, I think acrylic is a rating agency which provide the rating of any organization or a firm or a bond, and CIBIL is a score which ranging from 300 to 900, which shows the credibility of a customer, whether the customer has been any default or not in past. It's a
I think
rating agency, and
the
yeah,
first one is what? Krifna.
acrylic is a rating agency, I think.
Krilk. Acha, it's a rating agency. Uh, Similar to Sibyl, correct? Uh, CRILC only. But here he is putting Krilk. Here it is coming, Baba. Here we are getting central repository information on large credits. Central repository on information on large credits.
Okay,
This,
okay, sir, got it.
this is
Hmm.
something else. I am giving the link of this in our WhatsApp group. Now we have to read this. We have to read because it's a new topic. Is your internet okay, Rashid?
Yes, sir, it is okay now.
Please read Krilk. Central repository information on large credits. Please read.
Sir, it is not reflecting in my screen. The question, credit officer interview question is reflecting.
Yes, please study.
Yes, sir. Central Repository of Information on Large Credits. Cre- RBI has constituted a central repository of information on large credits to collect, store, and publish data on all borrowers' credit exposures. Bank financial institutions are expected to report findings to CRELIC. Bank will have to provide credit information to CRELIC about their borrowers with an aggregate fund-based and non-fund-based exposure of and over 5 crore rupees
Ah,
50 millions.
so this is
Bank should also
this is
report,
this
yeah,
is very important. 5 crores. So
5 crore and above.
people appearing for a Punjab National Bank, you just remember CRILC is applicable for loans above 5 crores. So this topic is relevant for those who are appearing for Bank of Maharashtra, then those who are appearing for only Bank of Maharashtra. Now that is the only thing. So please read that. Non-fund based
Sir, whether the
exposure of
customer
over.
is Sir, whether his customer is maintaining two or three loans in another account, another banks, so its overall loan become if the overall loan increased by 5 crore, then it must be report is
Yeah,
its
yeah.
report must be go into
Then
the credit
yeah,
life.
yeah.
It
Then
is
we must
talking about the overall exposure.
yeah. Supposing you access Indus Ind Bank, you are giving 3 crores. He is availing
Yeah,
4 crores from State Bank.
other
Then
bank.
this bank's details must be reported.
Okay, sir.
Please read. Banks should also report.
Bank should also report the SMA status of their borrowers to the Central Repository of Information on Large Credits as a way
Ah,
to
no,
impart knowledge.
wait. SMA means new people will not know. SMA means special mention accounts. So as and when the installments become due from 0 to 30 days, it is classified as SMA 0. 31 to 60 is classified as SMA 1. 61
Yes, sir.
to 90 days is classified as SMA 3. So,
3.
because these are big advances, 5 crores and above, even SMA 0, 1 and all details must be reported so that the bank will be, Reserve Bank will be kept on, or the details will be collected at the CRILC so that we will anticipate possible loss to come in future. Continue. Bank should also report, oh, this is over, read from here, as a way to impart knowledge.
As a way to impart knowledge about credit discipline, sorry, as a way to impart knowledge about credit discipline, lead reduction in NPA level in banks. Banks having information provided increase instead of limiting the dues carefully to look for NOC. No certificate for bank with whom the customer is availing credit facilities as per presented declaration.
Yeah,
The
1 minute.
in
Wait.
2014
No, no.
precise.
No, wait. I will read out. Your sound is not correct. The CRILP was built in 2014 precisely to help financial institutions and banks to assess their non-performing assets and also share the information with other institutions. The idea behind the creation of CRILP was for financial institution to notify the status of their stressed borrowers and submit the information to a central database of Reserve Bank. Central database of Reserve Bank. There are also guidelines to separate probability of going delinquent. In January 2016, RBI imposed a fine of rupees 1 crore on State Bank of Travancore for violating guideline regarding central repository information on large credits. CRILC, RBI, etc. are important concepts in economics. So, for people appearing for economic oriented interviews, this is very important. And some more questions. What is bureaucracy? What is capital market? Yeah, these are important. Very good. Now we will go to the next question. So in fact, these are the questions that were asked in Bank of Maharashtra or so, 2 years back or so. Good, doesn't matter. Now, are you willing to open work anywhere in India? Even PNB people, you should say immediately yes. Don't say, sir, my mummy will not permit, my daddy will not permit, nothing doing. If you tell some conditions, they will not select you. How will you adopt the culture of public sector? This is for people migrating from private sector to public sector. It's not a difference. Why should Bank of Maharashtra hire you? Then types of digital frauds. Types of digital frauds.
So your
Sahil,
question and answer sheet is not.
question is not visible. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It is not visible.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
See, actually, these are the questions I have added yesterday. I think we were having before this, up to this, we were having all these questions I have added yesterday. But this is slightly higher level for our Punjab National Bank people. But getting knowledge is not problem. What is the limit under LRS? What is LRS?
Sir, it liberalized remittance scheme.
Yeah. This is a scheme which is introduced under FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. According to that, it is given that you can remit up to certain amounts without reference to Reserve Bank of India. That is $2,50,000 to foreign countries per year per individual. like that is what they have given.
Yeah, in financial year, sir.
Yeah. In a financial year. What is the meaning of eknos? Anybody knows what is eknos? What is the meaning of eknos? Eknos. No, I think this is not what here. Eknos means rupees, foreign currency, export credit, customer service. Have you heard about this eknos? Excuse me.
No, sir.
We have to search for that. Eknos means export credit not otherwise specified in the interest rate structure, for which banks are free to decide the rate of interest, keeping in view the basic BPLR. So please remember this. This will do. Eknos. Okay. I am asking very tough questions today. Very good. What is meant by Vostro account? I think this we have already seen. This is regarding our, what is that? In respect of foreign exchange accounts. Very good. Then what is Basel III framework? Rashid, what is Basel III framework? This is only
Sir,
for you.
Basel,
Only for you, not for
yes,
those people. Yeah.
sir, Basel 3, basically Basel is a city in Switzerland. So Basel was introduced in year, I think, 1970. The first Basel norms was released. At that time, the governor of 10 central banks has done meeting to maintain the capital adequacy ratio, so that in case of mishappening any unforeseen circumstances, when the bank face any kind of loss, so it should that then all banks should be ready in future. So
Mm,
every bank has to maintain some percentage of their capital, so that in future the bank cannot face financial crisis. So then again Basel 2 norms is introduced with some amendment. Then again the Basel 3 norms is introduced in 2013, I think,
mm.
Basel 3 norms, so which define that every bank has to maintain a capital adequacy ratio of 8% as a
How
global
much?
mean.
How
But
much
Reserve Bank of
for
India
for
stated
no
that
no for private
8%,
sector it is, for private sector 9, and for public sector it is 11.5 or 12%. They have to maintain. They have increased it. I have given it in some notes already. Please see that. Okay.
sorry, sir, it was
Yeah.
disconnected.
Mm.
So, sir, it is
In the what?
8%
No
globally,
no.
9%.
What you are telling is internationally 8%, but India
Yes, sir.
wants it 9%.
Yes, sir. But that's why I'm saying internationally it's 8%, but in India is maintained by Reserve Bank of India. It's 9%, but
Mm.
currently we are maintaining a CAR of 16%, which is very
Good.
very good condition.
Very good. That's nice.
And
Excellent. That will do. Very good. Now, what we
one
will
thing
do?
more, I just want to add, sir. It's come under the risk-weighted ratio also. Every
Mm,
loans has a certain risk identified by the bank. Just like a home loan is 50%. Personal loan
mm,
is 100%, credit card is 150%. So every loan is categorized by the Reserve Bank of India as a percentage of risk. This
Yeah, yeah,
kind of loan is that much risky. So that is also come under the Basel regulatory framework.
exactly. Based on that, we have to have capital with us. Tier 1 capital, Tier 2 capital, and all, we must have that. Good. Now, Neeru, Neeru is a new candidate. Neeru, excuse me, Neeru, are you there? Neeru,
Yes, sir.
Neeru, you are from Delhi, na? New Delhi.
Yes. Yes, sir.
You are a chartered accountant, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, correct.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Then you people must be able to solve many of our doubts. Some we are, see, in fact, what is your name? Neeru. I
Yes.
have given, you are going for scale 2 or 3?
I'm going for a scale 1.
Acha, for PNB.
Yes.
Oh, for you, no problem. For you, not much of a problem. But for people going for scale, I have given those questions. Did you see this questions? That is
Yes.
credit officers interest question compilation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, for you, mostly basic questions will be asked. Miss or Mrs. Neeru, madam?
Yes, sir.
You are Miss or Mrs.
Mrs. I'm
Mrs.
married.
Acha. Can you please tell me what is para banking?
Uh, I don't know, sir. I don't know. I have to be read about it.
Acha. Tilak Raj, can you answer me this question? What is para banking?
Sorry, sir. I also don't know.
Then Sahil, can you answer me what is para banking? Para banking means banks doing other than the normal business of deposit and advances, they also do, say, bank assurance business and merchant, say, mutual fund canvassing business and wealth management advisory services. These activities are called as para banking activities. In fact, these activities are done by banks in order to get a non-fund based income. Non-fund based income means, see, whenever you give a loan, you get interest. It is a fund based income, interest. Now, the commission, etc., are all non-fund based. So, a bank must be able to have more of non-fund based income also to improve its profit. Okay, Mrs. Neeru ji,
Yes, sir.
I think I should ask you only some ratio questions. Okay,
Yes.
shall I ask some ratio questions for you?
Yes. If I'm
Can
okay.
you tell me what is CASA ratio in a bank?
CASA. CASA is something abbreviation of something.
Yeah,
Uh,
what is
don't know
CASA?
if you can elaborate the meaning of CASA.
Niharika, please tell me what is CASA ratio? What is the CASA ratio of Punjab National Bank?
So CASA ratio is current account saving account ratio, and it is for PNB it is 41.44%.
But this answer is very brief. What you can do, current CASA ratio means current account and savings account ratio. That is current account and savings account divided by total advances. Sorry, total deposits into 100. You must tell that. You
Okay, sir.
must tell CASA is what ratio of the total deposits of the bank. And our Punjab National Bank now has 40.44.
Okay, sir.
Madam Neeru, are you seeing on the screen about PNB?
Yes, sir.
देख रहे हैं?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ये सब तो आपको क्रेडिट ऑफिसर फोल्डर में दिया हुआ है वन ड्राइव में.
Okay.
आपने इसको मगअप करवाना है.
Done, sir.
The total global deposit is, why don't you read it in lakhs only? Please read, Neeru.
Okay. Total global deposits equals to 13.70 lakh crore. Total global advances is 9.83 lakh crore. Net profit of PNB is 8,245 crore. Net profit growth is 229%.
ये
Net
सब
profit
ये सब नहीं चाहिए. Straight away come here. GNPA percentage.
GNPA percentage is 5.73. NNPA percentage is 0.73. RO, return on assets, is 0.54%. Return on equity is 11.66. CASA is 41.44 percentage.
Branches.
Branches is 10,138 branches, including 2 international branches.
अच्छा, वो इतना बहुत दिन हो गया. आज का तारीख क्या है?
19 July.
19th जुलाई में PNB share price and market capitalization.
So
PNB
116.3.
116.3. 1 minute. Just a minute. Where is Punjab National Bank? I don't know where I am keeping. वो अंदर चला गया ना क्या?
116.30 is
1 minute. No, I was asking where is the one that I was asking her to read. 116.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. 116. Well, let us take it 1166 only roughly. That will do. And market capitalization कितना दिया है?
1.28.
1.28. Okay.
Yes.
Right. And what is her name? Neeru, you please read now. Please read now. PNB share.
PNB share price is 116 and market capitalization full is 1.38 trillion rupees. CRAR is 15.97
Percentage.
percentage.
Very good. Now I can ask you comfortably these questions. Madam, please tell me what is the expansion for ROA?
Return on assets.
Can you explain?
Um, 1 second.
This will be your interview. Your interview will be like this only. They will ask you to explain about some concepts. What is return on assets?
What we earn total earnings divided by total assets. This is a
Very
return
good.
on assets.
Yeah, very good. Correct. What is
What we
return on equity?
Equity is the fund of company itself or organization itself. So the profit what earned by the organization divided by the equity holders fund.
Very good. That is correct. I think you may not be familiar with this GNPA. Are you familiar with this?
No.
Madam, आपने बहुत कुछ पढ़ना है. You have to read a lot and lot about banking because chartered accountants, they do expect very high level questions like income tax, wealth tax, then no tax. then GST tax, so many things they will ask.
yes,
Apart
yes.
from that, they will ask basic questions like relating to banking.
Banking,
ये सब तो basic question है. What is GNPA? Gross NPA.
non-performing assets, I think.
Yeah. Similarly, net NPA. ठीक है?
Correct.
ये सब आप पढ़ना है जी. I am closing this one. Very good. Then we are going to this simple ones. Can you, madam, explain us about Kisan credit card?
Kisan credit card loans.
किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड उसका बारे में जानते हैं आप?
Yes, I know about this scheme. The government provide the loans on the particular card they are providing to card to किसान कि आपको जब भी जरूरत है you can withdraw some amount और इसका कुछ लिमिट भी है so that आप उससे ज्यादा नहीं withdraw कर सकते और वो मिनिमल रेट्स पर अलाउ करा हुआ है उनको इंटरेस्ट में भी बहुत नॉमिनल इंटरेस्ट के साथ में क्रेडिट कार्ड्स अलाउड किए हुए हैं.
और ज्यादा पढ़ना है जी. The
Okay,
answer you gave will get you 40% of the eligible mark.
okay.
आपने आपने और डिटेल पढ़ के क्लैरिटी देना है. That
Yes, sir.
is,
I will read it today only.
I am not discussing in detail today because yesterday we discussed about this. Now,
Okay.
mm, who can talk to me about safe deposit lockers? Safe deposit, very simple question, not a very tough question. Tilakraj Kadse, can you talk? Sahil, can you talk? I am not asking Rashid because it is silly. It's a bacha question for him because he is already working in bank. ये तो उतना अच्छा नहीं है. दूसरे लोग अच्छा मैडम आपने तो लॉकर रखा होगा ना नीरू जी?
Yes, sir.
आपने तो बैंक लॉकर रखा है?
यस पर जब थोड़ा टाइम पहले वो ज्वेलरीज और अपने आपके इम्पोर्टेंट चीजों के लिए आप लॉकर्स यूज करते थे तब यूज किया हुआ है.
या उसमें व्हाई बैंक्स आर प्रोवाइडिंग सेफ डिपॉजिट लॉकर्स?
Because they are charging the amount for keeping the money, keeping the valuable things. और मतलब बैंक के लिए क्या फायदा है बैंक के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से या फिर एज ए कस्टमर मेरे लिए फायदा क्या है आप क्या पूछेंगे?
दोनों बता दीजिए. आपको फायदा क्या है? आपका बैंक का
मतलब
फायदा
ये
क्या है? या
बैंक का फायदा है बैंक का चार्जिंग द अमाउंट फॉर लॉकर चार्जेस के नाम से वो आपसे बैलेंस मतलब अमाउंट चार्ज करते हैं वो बैंक की इनकम है एंड
हाँ,
फॉर अस.
दिस वर्ड यू शुड यूज, इनकम. इनकम, समझ गया? गुड.
यस.
देन
और अगर मैं अपने चीजों को सेफ अगर घर घर पर रखती हूँ तो मेरे ख्याल से बैंक ज्यादा सेफ है. सब कुछ भी मतलब आपका वैल्यूएबल चीज है लाइक प्रॉपर्टी पेपर्स हो गए या फिर आपके ज्वेलरी हो गया वट एवर द थिंग्स जो भी वैल्यूएबल है तो बैंक ज्यादा सेफ है बजाय आपके आपके खुद के जैसे आप खुद कैसे भी रखेंगे उससे ज्यादा बेटर बैंक के क्योंकि उनके पास ज्यादा सिक्योरिटी और सेफ्टी है.
गुड. अच्छा जी, आपने न्यू लॉकर एग्रीमेंट एग्जीक्यूट किया नहीं किया?
नो नो.
New locker agreement they would have taken from you. When did you take the locker?
सर ये काफी टाइम पुरानी बात है मतलब मैंने अभी कुछ नया नहीं करा.
नया करना है जी. अभी बैंक के लिए रिजर्व बैंक has introduced a new locker agreement, and it is a very about 4 pages agreement to be signed by all the locker account holders. And the one of the important conditions in that is, according to that, banks can take some deposit from the locker holder so that they can recover the income. Not only that, the liability of the bank is determined here. Here it is stated, in case there is going to be some loss in the locker, maybe on account of flood or fire or burglary, the maximum liability of the bank is 100 times the rent they are charging from you. Do you understand my point? Neeruji, could you follow this question?
Yes, sir.
Excuse. 100
Yes, sir.
times the 100 times the rate. 100 times the interest rate. Okay, very
Okay, sir.
good. Now,
Sir, 100 times interest rate or 100
no, 100,
times of the
no,
locker charges?
100 times. I was telling interest rate wrong. 100 times the locker rent, yearly rent.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Suppose a bank is
maybe
charging 10,000 yearly rent, then they will charge, they will claim 10 lakh rupees.
maximum they can claim 10 lakhs rupees. The customer, if he has kept only less amount, then he is supposed to claim less, but he will claim more. But all this problem arose because the bank locker में अंदर में क्या रखते हैं हम तो बैंक को नहीं बोलते हैं, लेकिन कुछ हरा गया तो it is only our telling, but there some people started telling very huge amounts, and in order to fix the liability, this new agreement has been introduced. Now, Miss Niharika, very simple question for you.
Yes, sir.
बैंक डिपॉजिट से आपको इंटरेस्ट मिलता है, उस
Yes.
इंटरेस्ट में अप टू व्हाट अमाउंट इट इज एग्जेम्प्टेड फ्रॉम इनकम टैक्स?
So 40,000 for individuals, and for individuals up to age of 60 years, and above 60 years it is 50,000 for senior citizens.
Your answer is correct, but you should tell in respect of term deposits. You should use that word. In respect of term deposits, whenever customer is getting yearly financial year interest of 40,000 and above, the TDS of 10% will be deducted. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If it is senior citizen,
Then 50,000, sir.
of course, this figure is not relevant for us because on 23rd, I expect them to revise this. We don't know what will happen. That's correct.
Yes, sir.
Now, coming to savings bank interest, how much is exempted from income tax?
Sir,
You
I
don't know?
don't know this.
10,000 rupees in a financial year
Yes,
for
yes, right.
for both senior citizen and
I was in
uh,
doubt इसलिए नहीं बोला.
both senior citizen and others. 10,000 का ऊपर में जाने से तो 10% TDS डिडक्ट कर देगा. मान लीजिए मेरा सेविंग्स अकाउंट से हमको 15,000 इंटरेस्ट मिलता है एक साल में, तब तो 1,500 रुपया डिडक्ट कर देगा.
Sir, if no PAN card, then 20% in this case also?
Yeah. In this case
Okay.
also 20%.
Sir,
20%
I
deduct.
have one question.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to ask, in SLR, statutory liquidity ratio, the banks keep maintain gold with themselves. So that gold is bought by bank only, or it is like gold monetization scheme, these type of loans, this type
No,
of
no.
gold.
No, exactly. Honestly, I don't know what they are doing, but it is given that banks should keep the money in the form of government securities or gold or reserve. I am not
Right.
sure how many banks will be maintaining in the form of gold, because bank cannot believe uh, not, they have to believe their officers. फिर भी अकाउंटिंग उतना ठीक से रखना कैसे होगा पता नहीं. In my view, they will be maintaining only in form of government securities and cash
Okay.
mostly. Maybe Reserve Bank may be maintaining in gold. That is different, but
So
not.
that gold is bought by bank only, na, in case they are maintaining.
Yeah. They will buy gold and keep it with them. I am not sure whether
Okay,
banks are
okay.
maintaining gold. Uh, it's very uh, it is risky, you know. Banks normally they don't keep gold. The reason is the price कम हो गया तो problem हो जाएगा. It is like keeping foreign currency. Foreign currency रखने
Right.
से problem क्या है? The price will change and it may
Right.
come down also. Yeah. Senior
Right.
citizens कर दी बोल दिया. Supposing I ask your manager, what are the comments he will tell you about your performance? Mr. Rashid. Mr.
Yes,
Rashid,
sir.
supposing I ask your manager, what are the comments he will tell about your performance? बोलो ना.
Yes, sir. Sir, he will tell by about my appraisal ratings that and my achievements in the current financial year and the last financial year if I am working from the last 1 or 2 years. So what are the achievements I have made? What are the big account I have opened? What are the big and good deposits I have taken? What are the loans and advances I have sanctioned? So the achievements which I have made regarding my bank in my banking career. So he will comment me about this and the leadership skill, the financial acumen I have, the strategic thinking I have, and uh, uh, the uh, the things which are relating to leaders,
No, here
the ability of problem solving.
what you told was very general. It was not specific. He, you should tell. He will tell Rashid Irfan is a um, very sincere person. जो काम देने से तो उसको कंप्लीट करवा के बैठेगा. Or
Within the stipulated
he
time.
has achieved, within the time, he has achieved the targets given to him. He was given a target of 5 crores. He has already done 6 crores. Like that, you should speak figures.
Okay, sir.
Figures बोलने से तो अच्छा होगा. Correct?
Right, sir.
Yeah.
Correct.
Good. Next. mm, Are you helping in NPA recovery in your bank, Mr. Irshad? Sorry, Rashid. NPA
Yes, sir.
recovery. NPA
Yes, sir.
recovery. कैसे करते हैं?
Sir, and for NPA recovery, we are not particularly doing NPA recovery. There is a team of recovery who is doing this work. So we are just in sourcing profile. So we just source the case and analyze the credit evaluation of a customer, and we will just pass on the file to the credit manager for sanctioning of the loan. For NPA recovery, sir, I think we have to contact the customer and ask him to deposit the fund in his account and what are the difficulties he is facing while depositing the fund in the loan account. So we need to help out the customer. If the customer is not able to pay the full amount, then we need to take installment and whatever the customer is and whatever the understanding we can make between the customer and the banker that suppose the loan or outstanding of the loan is 2 lakh rupees and customer is not able to pay 2 lakh rupees currently, so we'll ask just you have to deposit 20,000 rupees today, then rest of the amount 50,000 you have to deposit after some days. So by this we are helping to the customer to deposit the or to maintain the recovery of NPA.
The second part of the answer is fine, but for your situation, for the first part, your answer should have been no. I am not involving myself in NPA recovery. Understand?
Okay, sir.
जो NPA recovery करने से अच्छा है, but actually you are not doing. Why should we tell a lie? Don't tell a lie. Sometimes they
Okay.
ask very silly questions like this. What do you do in a whole day in a bank? Whole day in a bank का काम करते हैं?
So from morning to evening, we are just serving the customer and we discuss the employee. So first of all, in morning, we come to our branch and we start our morning huddle and we discuss the agenda for the day, what work to be done, and we will sort out the urgent and the non-urgent work. which is the urgent work and which is the important work, because every works in the bank is very very important. Then we prioritize the work according to urgency and importance. The urgent work should be done first, then we go toward the important work. Then once the customer working with the customer coming hour is start, we start serving the customer and we generate business. We discuss the query of the customer and we resolve those query within the stipulated time. Whatever the request has customer is being given to us, so we just resolve those requests on time. And uh, discuss about the business also. And then we plan for the visit, customer visit. Then we go
Okay.
have to ask for the business. So these are the works we are doing on the whole
Yeah,
day.
very good. Mr. Rashid, I suggest
Yes,
you
sir.
go through these questions. I have put very many new questions. ये सब आपको आएगा. These questions may not come for our PNB fellows. For example, what is this thing? New deposit products launched in that bank. Here it is Indian bank. The newly launched digital products of our bank. What is the e-rupee? Then how will you focus on bank's growth? Then targets, this and all is okay. Here, some more questions are all given, ultraviolet machine. Ultraviolet machine का मतलब क्या है?
Right. It's a
Rashid,
UV machine. Ultraviolet machine is a we called as a UV lamp machine, which is used to check the genuineness of the check, whether the check is genuine or not. So once
check,
we put,
check
yeah,
or currency.
sir, we can check. We can check both the currency also. Once we put the currency or check, then it will glow into the lamp. So
अच्छा,
in CTS check, we can see the logo. We can see there are too many identifiers are there, which once you put the check into the lamp, it will glow. So that shows that the check is genuine. Then we put the stamp of UV lamp check. Then we go through the processing of that check.
good. Now I will ask a simple question to Ankush Taneja. Ankush, Ankush, are you there with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If a check is written in different inks, will you accept it for payment? You are sitting in the counter. A check is written in different inks. That means
No,
a
no, sir.
part of the check in blue, part of the check in
No, sir.
red. You can accept. As long as it is in writing, it is sufficient. It has to be in writing. It can be in any color, no problem. You may not know the answer. That's why I'm telling. Okay, that's okay. These are the questions I thought, Rashid. You see, deep discounting, debt equity ratio, zero coupon bond. Like these are new questions. Then
Yes, sir.
about treasury bill. What is section 131, Mr. Nigarika? Miss Nigarika, what is section 131 of NI Act?
Sir, I don't remember, but I have studied.
Then our chartered accountant, Madam Neeru, Madam. What is section 131 of Negotiable Instruments Act?
Sir, I'm not able to recall it. What is that?
1 minute. It is a section which gives protection for collecting banker. What is section 131 of Negotiable Instruments Act? Are you seeing it on the screen?
Yes.
मिल
Yes.
मिलता है अच्छा Negotiable Instruments Act um, Section 131 of Negotiable Instruments Act. Nigarika, can you read this? Non-liability of a banker.
Yes, sir. Non-liability of banker receiving payment of check. A banker who has in good faith and without negligence received payment for a customer of a check crossed generally or especially to himself shall not, in case the title to the check proves defective, incur any liability to the true owner of the check by reason only of having received such payment.
Yeah. See, आजकल तो इसका बारे में ज्यादा डिस्कशन नहीं चलता है. क्यों? आजकल checks, number of checks used has come down because we are all making payment through Gpay, Phone Pay, Amazon Pay, so this pay, that pay, and all that. So पहले तो this the checks were going more, but even now checks are being used. Whenever you go and give a check, immediately what will your bank people do? They will put the rubber stamp crossing. Why? Because they will not get protection for collecting a check which is not crossed. So whether it, but normally log क्या करते हैं? Before depositing, they put parallel transverse lines, then deposit करते हैं. But bina that also in routine manner, bank will be putting its seal because then they will get protection. Here, the banker should collect this check in good faith and without negligence. And it should have been crossed generally, that is only two parallel lines. और कोई दूसरे बैंक का नाम लिखा होगा तो वो हमारा बैंक का नाम होना चाहिए और कोई दूसरा बैंक का नाम नहीं होना चाहिए. In which case the bank will get protection if it has collected the check in the without negligence. That is why they say when you are opening an account, you are supposed to get a proper verification like say Aadhaar card, PAN card, and address proof and all, and then open. But this is in comparison to about 25 years ago, 20 years ago, we used to ask for introduction. An account to be opened, we will ask for somebody, and later on, this introduction has been waived because in order to have financial inclusion, in order to see that banking is spread among the poor people also. So that's why what they said, simply you come with your Aadhaar card, you come with your PAN card, then we will open, apart from your photo, etc. Then we will open that. But if an account has been opened properly, observing KYC formalities, know your customer formalities, and then if it has collected these checks without negligence, then problem nahi hoga. There will not be any responsibility for the collecting banker. Okay, these are the points for today. Today it is 12:10 here. India mein kya time? 9. What is the time now?
9:45, sir.
Acha, acha. Thank you. Now today 19th ho gaya Bank Nationalization Day. In fact, I remember in the year 1969, I had applied for Indian Bank Limited, which was not nationalized. My exam was on May 1969, but then the results were declared after the nationalization. So when I joined in November 24, 1969, it was a nationalized bank. In those days, there were no computers. We had only typewriters. In fact, I was taken in only for typing. I was a typist. Later on, I became a stenographer. So it was only that in those days, when I joined the bank as a clerk, I was a graduate. And the number of graduates joining bank in those days was very less, because majority of the people were only 11th standard people, SSLC people. From compared to that, and those days in my bank, we never had any ladies. We used to have 2 or 3 ladies who were, say, telephone operators. Later on, only from 1971 or so only, ladies were started recruited in the banks. And also the computerization came very much delayedly. When I was in Delhi house cars, the year 1997-98, they introduced the machine known as ALPM machine. That is only within our branch, the current account being maintained. From that stage, slowly it has now gone 100% computerization. Now bank branches are computerized, ATMs are computerized, everything is interconnected. So that much advancement has taken place. The nationalization was done in the year 1969 of 14 banks which were having deposit of 50 crore and above. Subsequently, in the year 1980, 6 banks which were having 200 crore deposit were nationalized. I am talking to you about these figures because right now the total deposit of the banking system is over 2 lakh crore. 2 lakh crore का ज़्यादा है. And the out of the 6 banks, there was one bank known as New Bank of India, which was subsequently merged with, say, Punjab National Bank. So it became 19 banks. Later on, when the bank mergers came, they were merged. Right now, we have 12 public sector banks, 21 private sector banks, 43 RRBs, and 11, I think, only small finance banks, and 6 payment banks are there. Regarding foreign banks, I think 42 or 43 foreign banks are also there in our country. Public sector bank is a bank in which government holds 51% and above share capital. And then foreign bank is a bank whose head office is incorporated outside our country, but business they are doing with branches in our country. So this much I will tell you today. We will meet tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Tomorrow, Saturday, I have given somebody 7 o'clock morning, 5:30, 7 o'clock, then 8 o'clock. Okay. 8:30 we will meet as usual. We will see how things go on. Please read something, general banking. Regarding this, today I was interviewing one candidate. She could not remember what she studied in MBA and all. And if they start asking question relating to your degrees, you should not falter. Niharika, I told you, please थोड़ा revise कर लीजिए आपको. At least take your certificate and see what are the subjects you have studied and learn to talk about that subject for 2 minutes. Okay,
Sir,
Niharika.
there are 36 subjects
अच्छा,
in MBA.
36. ओ बाबा, फाइनल में क्या था? फाइनल सेमेस्टर में?
सर फाइनल सेमेस्टर में फाइनेंस एंड मार्केटिंग में स्पेशलाइजेशन था, तो एंड वी हैड 2 subjects for finance, 2 for marketing, and 2 more subjects which are common for every stream, as 6 subjects for each trimester. So 6 in final year I was having 18 subjects.
No, but out of them, you try to remember at least 2 or 3. Very,
sir.
no, they don't have time. They are going to talk to you for 7 minutes only. And that too, if your turn is going to be towards the end of the day, wo jaldi bhej dega. And all the, and in fact, today I conducted an interview for a girl who is in Noida only. She says it is only 15 minutes walk from my house. But the only problem is she's married, and her husband also is a IT प्रोफेशन. सो whatever it is, थोड़ा आपका सब्जेक्ट का बारे में भी पढ़ लीजिए, बैंकिंग का बारे में पढ़ लीजिए, आपको नेटिव प्लेस का बारे में बोलना शुरू कीजिए, डेवलप कीजिए, टॉक विथ कॉन्फिडेंस, बिकॉज
Yes.
girls like Niharika, Neeru and all, that's not a problem. You're all talking with confidence. There won't be any problems. Tilak, Taneja is also doing well, but Tilak Raj, I have not heard him so far. Similarly, Sahil also, who came here, never opens his mouth. Such people will have lot of problem in being selected. So there is no guarantee they will be recruiting 1,000 people. They will select only people who they consider being good. You must clear the interview also. They may set some 50 marks, 60 marks. Hope lena hai. So please develop confidence to communicate well. Thank you. And of course, as I have been telling in my previous videos, interview is a question of luck, 70% luck, 30% merit. Today, one candidate phoned and told he has been selected in SBI CBO. I don't know what is his name. He said Sai Teja. Sai Teja of Kavali in Andhra Pradesh. He has been selected as SBI CBO recently. Anyhow, thank you so much. That result has come today. We will meet tomorrow, 8:30. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir. Thank
Bye
you so
bye.
much.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Niru, all of you, best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank Rashid Irfan. You are doing very well. Please read more. Read the latest questions I have given.
Yes, sir.